Welcome everyone to another episode on Ram's Family Farm channel. Every big count challenge has been a challenge, but first of all, I don't have much things in my garden right now to preserve. I've been preserving eggs, herbs, and zucchinis. That's pretty much it. I have rosemary. It says online to dehydrate for 2 to 4 hours. This has been on there for about 24 hours. Every once in a while I'll be able to get some of the herb and it'll be dry enough that it will easily remove from the stem. But this is what I've done with it. Little resealable mason jars from dollar store. Still debating whether or not I will be doing powder like this or simply leave it as is. And I'm going to work right now, but when I get back I will have all these zucchinis and squash to put away, and I still have all of these and these ones. These are pretty easy to preserve. They're spaghetti squash. All you need to do is store them in a cool, dark place, which I will have to find a place for them later. But these ones, they need to be put away. And the dehydrator can only take so much at a time. I put 1 zucchini, maybe 2 zucchinis out of the 2 dehydrators at the same time. What I usually do is vacuum seal the rest, as you've seen in my previous videos. But as soon as my tomatoes start, I will be doing some salsa, spaghetti sauce, and what else did I do? Tomato juice. I'm waiting for the end of September, early October, start preserving my apples. Still didn't have time to go because obviously they're not ready yet. I am in zone 4B or 4A, I don't know. Every time I check on a website it seems they have different opinion. I've even seen some websites where I am zone 3. They say that I'm zone 3, but that was that dated from 1980, I think. I've seen some websites where I am zone 5, so I consider myself zone 4. The weather's different, and we've been having rain non-stop for the past month. So the tomatoes are not changing colors at all. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have to wait. Until then, all I can do is herbs and zucchinis and squash. August 20th. I didn't show anything in the last couple of days because it's been the same old, same old. I've been preserving every day for the challenge, just like I'm supposed to. I still have some squash. I actually have some, I don't remember, let me check. So this is basil, and this is mullein. Yeah, that was not an easy one to remember. And this one here, I have some apples. I am actually dehydrating apples. It smells awesome. And on the second storage of that dehydrator, I have some more apples. These are onionscapes. I have some more basil there. Not sure what kind it is, but anyway, it is basil. Now it's getting late, but I am pretty sure I have time to do some canned beans. So I'm gonna get ready and do that. First thing you want to do is clean your beans. Second thing you want to do, cut your beans in pieces. You just make sure you wash your mason jars because you don't want to have anything dirty in there. And then you rinse them. Put the oven the minimum you can put it on. So mine goes to 170. I just put the mason jars in there just to keep them warm so that they won't blow up when I put something warm in them. Okay. You make sure that all you need is clean. You get the beans ready next to you. That water is warm. This one I can finally put it on, so it will be half warm when I put the mason jars in them. And the closer this is to this, the better it is. Less chances of having a mason jar breaking. So one at a time, I take my mason jars, put them ready, get them ready, put my little funnel in there. Put my beans. I drop one on the floor. I'm gonna have to clean it up, wash it, I should say. So I take the warm water, put it in there. Usually I am a little bit closer to the water. Maybe like half a scoop. Now what you want to do, make sure you remove all the bubbles. And I will also push down the beans, and as you can see, I will need to add a little bit more water to that after. So I added a little bit more beans, and yeah, I am precisely at 1 inch. So I use this just to rinse off or clean off that little part here, and then I will put this on. You just want to go as soon as you get some resistance, and then just go like finger like this. You take the mason jar, you put it in your pressure canner, and you repeat the process with the 4 jars, well, 3 extra jars that I have in there. So I still have about enough for 1 mason jar, but what I'll do, I will blanch them and vacuum seal them so that I can use them later on. For now, what I want to do is wait about 10 minutes after I see the steam coming up, and then put the weight on, and as soon as the weight starts dancing, it means the pressure is high enough, so it has to go for another 20 minutes. Once everything is done, I will just simply shut it down and wait until the whole pressure is done, maybe like an hour or 2, just to be sure. And I will open this and leave the mason jars here for 24 hours. Always stay close, keep an eye open. If it goes crazy, you bring the heat down. After 20 minutes, you just shut it off and you wait. You don't open it right away because there's still too much pressure in there, and you can create a big mess. It can actually be dangerous. So I'm watching the little weight dance, and I wait. Meanwhile, the beans are done blanching. I just let them dry out a little bit, Sorry about the camera. I make sure all the water is out. I let it drip a little bit. So the mason jars are done. There's one way to test them. I will remove the ring. If you can lift them by holding the lid, you know that it's sealed pretty well. Plus, they all popped in, so I know I am safe. So the 4 of them are good. Now let's come here. I finished dehydrating my squash. They're actually here. At work today, I found something amazing. For those of you who don't know what it is, this is sumac. What you do with them is, well, you can do a few different things, but I will do lemonade. But that's not the big surprise. The big surprise, I was walking around and I found these. I have about well, precisely nine mushrooms in there. Those are puffball mushrooms. So I will remove the little crust or shell or whatever around it. If it's white inside, it means they're edible. I will slice them up and put them on the dehydrator, and it will create some sort of soup thickener, I guess. So this is what it looks like. It's already drying out a little bit. I have some more in here. Nice pieces of mushrooms. And the sumac has been put in a juice container. It might be too much water, it might not be enough. I don't know. I think it says about 2 shoots for about a cup or 2 cups. Anyway, I fill this up, 2 liters of water. I put what I had in there, and I'm gonna leave it in there for at least 48 hours to make sure that the flavor is all out, and then I'm gonna strain it with a cheesecloth and just keep the juice in the water. These are my dehydrated apples. My girlfriend has been heating on them already. As you can see, there's only those 2 little pieces left. These are the onion scapes. I am probably gonna have to cut them up. Well, they seem to be pretty stiff. You want them to be dry because I want to put them in the coffee grinder. Once I do, it's gonna give me some nice powder. And blueberry thingy my girlfriend is cooking. I'm not sure exactly what it is. I'm not sure how you call it, but it smells awesome. And now I'm gonna be slicing some beets. They're not from my garden. Mines were eaten by mice. I will simply slice them up and blanch them and vacuum seal them because that's the way I like them. All right, day 22nd. I finally finished the puffball mushrooms. Made a nice powder, dehydrated, and I can use this in a soup to make the soup thicker. I'm also done with squash, and like I said, it's been only squash and zucchinis mostly. Today's harvest, it's supposed to go below 4 Celsius, which means a risk of frost. We are under frost warning, so I figured I was going to harvest my peppers and my tomatoes, at least the ones at the community garden, and uh, I have about 70 pounds of vegetables harvested today. If I can make them become ripe in the box, good. If not, I'll do some green salsa, I guess. If the onion scapes are dry enough, they should become like a powder like this. So these little pieces are probably not dry enough. I will try to see if I can get them. I need one hand to film, but if I put my two hands on them and shake it well, maybe I can do something like this here. Garlic scape, there is a little bit of moisture in there, which is not good. What that means, I'm gonna have to use it soon, but it's still garlic powder. I did the same thing with basil, although I think I might have accidentally used one of the herbs that Kendra from Plumman's Backyard sent me, which is I'm not exactly sure the name of the plant. I know it's edible because it's an herb that she sent me because I wanted to have perennial herbs. It smells like black licorice, anise. I don't remember planting that there, but I mean, it was right in line with where I had my little sign of basil. So I don't know what kind of basil could smell like this. I'll check. I'll check in with my seeds. Maybe I do have something that would explain it. And this is the final product. Now, it takes a lot of garlic or onion scapes to do just a tiny bit of powder like this. But I could, if I wanted to, put the two of them together, and I would have, well, maybe 2/3 of a jar, and it would be similar to what we purchased from the company. Yep, this company, and I think it's no, not this one. Well, I can't find it, but there was one that was similar to this. Actually, this one here is garlic and herbs, but there was one that was garlic and onion. And even the ones from the store, it gets humid a little bit. But I'm starting to have a little collection here. I still have 5 of them empty. But this was done in the last couple of days. The mullein here that I'm intending to keep for whenever whenever I get sick. Tea, rosemary, barbecue rosemary, squash and zucchini dehydrated. Even here, I have some chicory roots tea. And these are the ones that we purchased. Yesterday, my girlfriend made one with blueberries, and it was so good. She made this one with the apples that we harvested the other day. I still believe that they weren't quite ready because they're still like very, well, I'd say they're still a little bit sour. Kind of, they're not ripe. They're not at their prime for sure. Sales keeps telling me that they're August apples. They look good. They are actually in very good condition, but they're kind of dry when you take a bite. They're kind of dry, and they don't taste very good. I think you have to wait a couple more weeks for them to be ready. And I will be going to harvest some very, very soon. So for now, I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the dehydrated apples that I have there. I'm gonna have to go and put some more zucchinis. I'm gonna have to freeze the peppers. I'm gonna cut them open and put them in the freezer for now, and I will be doing some salsa with them later on. Here I am, 23rd of August. This has been in the fridge 48 hours. Look at the color though. I strained with a cheesecloth the sumac that wasn't there. So the water is cool and fresh. And let's give it a try. Hard to say what it tastes like. It's not lemonade. Well, yeah. It has a little citrus taste. Very good drink, really. I can imagine this with a little bit of vodka in it. It'd be awesome. We will be making some delicious blueberry jam. We ended up with 250 milliliters and another one about half here. This one's gonna go in the fridge. These ones are gonna go in the pantry, and I cut all the peppers and I am measuring them at 1 cup a piece. Vacuum sealing them and putting them in the freezer. That way when we decide to make the spaghetti sauce or the salsa, it's gonna be easy. Just take one bag out. It's a cup, it's already measured. We won't need to worry about anything else. Just put it in the recipe and ready to go. This is what I did with them, and I have precisely 10 bags, so exactly 10 cups of peppers. This is it for today. Blueberry jam, the pepper. Tomorrow we'll start over with something else. Friday night, August 25th. I have the pressure canning on. I have 8 mason jars of beans in there. Not sure, they're 500 milliliters. I don't know if you call them pints, quarts, whatever. I don't know the names. I'm sure Annie or Marilyn will let me know in the comments. But Manon cut all the beans. I took care of the mason jars. I finished dehydrating my sage. So I have it in here. And I also boiled some eggs. See, I have one here. Yeah, and the rest are right there. It's 8:22 my time. I'm going live in about 40 minutes, give or take. And that pressure canner doesn't want to warm up. I think it's just simply too big for our stove. It will get there eventually, it just takes a while. So until then, I get ready for my live stream and I have a little glass of juice. By the way, the sumac extract that I had, I took some at work. It was a success. I think about a dozen people tried. Only one person told me that it was not good. Most of them said it was okay. And I think it's like 3 or 4 of them that said that it was actually pretty good. One of my colleagues even said that his parents were struggling with that sumac tree on their property, and it's giving them an option as to what to do with it. So yeah, it works. It works. So I'm gonna wait until I see the steam coming up here. Put the weight on. As soon as I see the weight dancing, I time 20 minutes. So I might have to go do my live stream and take a few breaks, or even do it from my phone for at least the first 30 minutes and hope for the best to see what happens.